here with my mother.
Hi there, I'm Janette.
And today we are going to play another round of playing Walt Disney World 20 questions. So we played this a few months ago and it was so fun. So I thought we could play it again today. So hopefully you're also able to play along, whether you're in the car driving or cleaning or doing anything. So yeah, so definitely play along. So we both have come up with 10 locations of varying like difficulty level, I would say. So the way this is going to work is that we're going to ask each other, essentially, I will keep track of like how many questions we're asking. 20 questions, and again, I'll keep track of the questions. They all have to be yes or no type of questions. And I guess that's the main thing too. So yes or no questions, and we're going all over the place because originally last time we did mainly just in the parks, but now we're in the parks, the resorts, and in Disney Springs.
Right.
I will say I actually don't think I have any of mine in Disney Springs, but I'm not sure though. Okay. So I still have to think of one location as we play. I'm just going to think of my last location on the fly.
And I'm going to lose on both ends anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, you don't know that for sure though.
Mine are more general areas of places or general places as opposed to specific items or different things.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Okay, so do you want to go first, I guess? So I'll start asking questions. So
okay.
All right.
All right, so for my first location.
All right, so is it in a park?
Nope.
Not a park. Is it in a resort?
Nope.
It has to be in Disney Springs then. So is it a restaurant?
Yes.
It is a restaurant.
That makes it really easy.
Is it Morimoto Asia?
Nope.
Okay. Is it in the I forget what the areas are called in Disney Springs. That's the hard part. Is it in the what used to be, I guess, what the West End was, right?
Yes.
That was kind of, it's in the West End area. Mm-hmm. Is it the House of Blues?
Nope.
I think of what other restaurants are kind of over there. I don't know all the restaurants in that area, sort of, but it is a restaurant. It's not someplace that you would just order food or something like that.
No, just restaurant.
Also, I was going to say too, if you're listening along and you're wondering like, wow, they're guessing really quickly, I'm going to be editing out all of the pauses. So don't worry if you're listening being like, wow, they're going so fast. I'm just going to edit out all the pauses so that way you're not listening to like dead air.
Dead air as we're sitting here going,
just us
what
sitting
could it
here
possibly
thinking,
be?
yeah, so don't worry if you're confused why we're going so quickly. It's all just going to be edited out. So don't mind us. So, all right. I'm trying to think of like what the West End is. The West End is like when you're facing Disney Springs is sort of to the left, right?
To the left, right.
Yeah.
It's to the left of Disney Springs, not to the right where the World of Disney is. I know I'm not supposed to give you that kind of information, but
no, that's okay.
yes.
Yeah, just because
when you said West
I forget
End,
what the areas are called.
Yes,
now,
I'm just
'cause
trying
I know
to.
It's not called West. What is it called now? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't think they have a West End and a right end. I don't know what they call it. It's all Disney Springs to me. But yes, this is on that left side.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm sitting here. I'm sure if you're listening, you're probably like, it's probably this restaurant. I can't think of any restaurants that are over there right now because I feel like
it's anything from the center left.
So it's not from like the bridge left.
Bridge left, yes.
Yeah, from the bridge left.
Yeah, from the bridge. Yeah, bridge left. Yes.
Okay.
I think I have it in the right place.
Right, well,
okay, let's hope I have it in the right place. Okay.
I don't know. So...
okay, keep going and we'll know.
All right. Well, I'm at question 8 right now, just so everyone knows. All right. So let's think. Does it serve alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. It just rules out Starbucks, basically. I think of what's over there. Is there other things to do in this restaurant other than just eating?
Well, yes.
Like, is it Splitsville?
No.
Like, that's what I meant. Like, can you do other activities when you're
I
there?
thought you meant like entertainment-wise.
Okay, so there's no other, like, it's mainly just like eating, so to
Eating
speak.
and drinking, right?
Yeah, I feel like I can't think of any of the restaurants that are over there right now. I'm trying to think, what other restaurants are over there? The main restaurants that I'm thinking of right now, the House of Blues is the main one.
That's all the way at the end, right?
Is it Haleo or Jaleo? I was going to say, I didn't think you'd pick that one because we've never eaten there before. Is it Planet Hollywood?
Nope.
I was going to say Planet Hollywood isn't really in the West End, so...
Well, see, that's what I mean. When you say West End, I mean anything from the bridge left. 'Cause as soon as you go right, you hit Dinosaurus Rex. So...
Oh, wait. No, hold on. I was thinking of the bridge that's between... I think you're including more restaurants than I was including. That's
okay.
why.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say,
I told you I was going to lose on both ends.
That's what I'm saying. There's no
here.
other restaurants. The only things over there left is food trucks.
Okay.
I was like, I don't think you'd pick a food truck.
When I say left, I mean like...
No, I'm thinking of the bridge that's like by Planet Hollywood.
Okay, so then what do you call the other
bridge,
area?
The bridge that's like kind of near Enzo's Hideaway. That bridge and left, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't including that little area that's like Enzo's Hideaway, Maria, Enzo's, the Edison, Paradiso 37. There's the Boathouse. That's the thing. There's a lot of restaurants in that immediate area. I wasn't including that when I initially said that. All right, so that makes then I'd just be guessing all the different restaurants. And that is it. Did I say one of the restaurants when I was just listing it?
Nope,
I didn't say it. Okay, that makes it easier actually. Then okay, so then is it Raglan Road?
Yeah,
okay, it's Raglan Road.
So I figured you'd get it right away.
Right, well, I got like 16 to 17 questions. Well, no, because to me, Raglan Road is not the West End. That's why I didn't
that's why when you
that.
said West End, I said yes, and then when you started talking, I knew that I had to clarify anything from that middle.
Well, no, I meant the
left.
Bridge that's by Enzo's Hideaway and over to the left.
I had the different bridge. I'm sorry.
No, I realized which bridge you're talking about. To me, that bridge is more from the shopping center over into like that area rather than the
than the bridge.
Rather than like the classic downtown Disney.
I screwed up the first one.
No, that's okay. I still got it under 20 questions.
Nice.
The classic downtown Disney used to be from that bridge over, and that's why in my head, because that whole area used to be what was
was called?
Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
So that's why in my head I'm like, oh, in the original Downtown Disney, that wasn't part of the West
This
End.
is, I
that was
guess, the
Pleasure
middle
Island.
of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what that area is called now.
I don't know what that's called. The middle.
Yeah,
area.
so we're kind of at a disadvantage because I don't remember what that area is called off the top of my head.
Okay, well, I have no more in that area, so at least I don't think so.
All right, so we'll do my first one now.
Maybe I do.
All right, my first few I feel like are easy, and then we get real hard real quick.
Is it a park?
It is in a park, yeah.
Okay. Is it a ride?
Yes.
Is it in the Adventureland?
No.
Is it in Fantasyland?
No.
Is it in Futureland? Whatever that's called. To the right. What's that
Do you
called?
mean Tomorrowland?
Tomorrowland, that's it.
Futureland in Epcot.
Yes.
Okay, Tomorrowland is not in Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland.
I just said it's in a park. I didn't say which park, so you know, but to give you a hint.
Okay.
All you asked was, is it in a park?
In
And
a
I said
park,
yes.
and I immediately thought
Yes.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that's a bit of a hint, but yeah,
Okay.
I see you going around Magic Kingdom. So before we get too far and
Can
dig
we start
deep.
this podcast all over again?
it's okay.
I told you I was going to lose on both ends.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You
Is
still
it
lots of
Epcot?
questions. Yes, it's in Epcot.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Is it in the front of the park or the back of the park?
It's in the back of the park, yeah.
The back of the park. So it's a pavilion. Is it a pavilion?
It's not a pavilion. Well, it's in a pavilion. So
Okay,
yeah,
is it
yeah.
in a pavilion? It's a ride in a pavilion.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, they're all in the pavilion in the
Yeah,
back.
that's why
Okay.
I got confused for a second.
Is it
but yes.
Remy's?
No.
Okay. Is it in Mexico?
No.
Oh, is it in Norway?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the Elsa and Anna, whatever that ride is called.
It's called Frozen Ever After.
Frozen, that's it.
But yes, it's Frozen Ever After.
Well, now we got to the right park.
No, that's okay. But yeah, I
Okay.
could just see you going around Magic Kingdom for a while. Then I
You
was
could
like,
have
no.
let me
we're-
keep going. I would have got to 20 questions. You would have said,
No, you would have been, after you did eventually, you would have been like, well, where is it in the park? And I would have been like, it's not in Magic Kingdom.
yeah, well, last time that's what we did with the fountain. Okay.
All right. So you're number two.
Two,
Is it
okay.
in a park?
Yes.
It is in a park. Okay. Is it in, is it a ride?
No.
It's not a ride. Is it in Epcot?
Yep.
It is in Epcot. Wow, that was lucky. So it's something in Epcot that's not a ride. Can you buy food or beverage there?
Technically, yes.
Okay. Can you buy, is it like a store that also serves food and beverage or?
No.
All right. So it's not a store. So it mainly just kind of serves. So is it sort of like a kiosk type of, or like a cart, so to speak, like outside, or I don't know how to describe them.
That's kind of hard to answer. There are carts around.
There are carts around.
Around.
Okay.
And stores around.
Is it in the World Showcase?
Yes.
It is in the World Showcase. Okay. And there's carts around.
Yeah, there's places to buy food and drink around.
Oh yeah, because it's an area, right?
Yes.
You said that all of yours are kind
Mine
of
are mostly
areas.
locations. Some of them are not, but most of them are locations.
Is it, if you're standing, like when you get to the World Showcase, is it to the left or to the right? And let's say at the American Pavilion is part of the right.
Oh, God. Left.
It's on the left. Okay. So then in my head, just for the audience, it have to be either in Mexico, Norway, China, or the African outpost, Germany, or Italy. So it's in one of those pavilions, basically. Okay. So that wasn't a question. That was just me clarifying in my head, just
In
thinking
your head.
through. I
Okay,
just
go
have to
ahead.
think through the pavilions myself.
Okay.
So.
Narrows it down.
So okay, so is it in a European country?
Yes.
Isn't it okay? So limits it down. Is it in Germany?
No.
Okay, so it's in Italy. So is it that little area in the front of Italy, like where there's all that little seating
Yep,
by
the
the
plaza,
bar? Yeah,
right?
the
Where you
little
sit at the
plaza.
table and you can
piazza.
get wine, or you can
Yeah,
you can
okay.
go back and get a slice of pizza. You can,
Yeah, the little piazza.
Yes, that little
Awesome.
piazza.
No, I love that little piazza. That's a really cute place.
Yes. Okay. How many questions was that?
11.
Okay.
So all right, number 2 for me. All right.
Okay. Is it in a park?
Yes.
Okay. Are we going to Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow, we're both getting lucky with this.
I was lucky.
Both of us have gotten that on the first try.
Okay. Is it a ride?
No.
Is it a place?
I would say that I'm not going to count that as a question because technically this is all places, so I'm not sure how to answer that.
Oh, okay. See, I was
Wait, don't play with the wire.
separating out place to restaurant. Okay. So it's not a restaurant. So I'm not going to ask that question. I'm not going to ask that question. So
Wait, why don't you want to ask that question?
is it a restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it is a restaurant.
I thought you meant a place as in like your last one was like a place. It wasn't like something specific. That's why I didn't know how to answer that.
Yeah, that
So-
would be not a restaurant. Okay. Okay. So it's a restaurant. Oh, well, it's obvious would be. Is it Yak and Yeti?
No.
No. Okay. Restaurant in Anima. Is it Rainforest Cafe?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was easy for me. Okay. I got to. Yes, I know. Pulled ahead there a little bit.
My
Okay.
cat is lounging in the sun right now. She looks so cute. My little perfect kitty. All right, you're number 3.
Oh, to me again. Okay. All right. Here we go. It's another place. Okay.
It's another place. You're just telling me off the bat.
Like we're playing charades.
I guess we could do that. We're limited down questions though. But you already told me all of yours are places.
Well, not everyone is a place. So,
Okay.
okay.
Is it in a resort?
Are we on 3? No.
3. Okay, it's not in a resort. Is it in Magic Kingdom?
Nope.
Is it in Disney Springs?
Nope.
Okay, so it has to be a park. Is it in Hollywood Studios?
Nope.
Is it Epcot?
Yes, that's the only one left. Okay.
No, there's Animal Kingdom still that was left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's a place sort of here. Is it in the front of the park?
No.
Is it in one of the pavilions then?
Yep.
So going back to the World Showcase. I know I'm wasting questions here, just clarifying, but it's okay. Is it to the left of the
American Pavilion,
pavilions?
right,
On
to the
American
right.
Pavilion, to right. Okay.
Now we're on the right.
All right, so now we have Canada, the United Kingdom, France, Japan, Morocco, and the American Pavilion. Is it in a European country?
Yes.
It's European, so that would leave us to France and the United Kingdom. Yeah, that's just the only two. All right, is it the Tea Garden in the United Kingdom?
Nope.
Is it the little area back by Remy's
Nope.
Ratatouille Adventure? Is it in the France Pavilion?
Yep.
Is it the fountain, like by the fountain in the front?
Yep.
There's the little fountain in the front.
Now I've gone through all three places we love to stop and sit and watch the people go by. Because those are the first three that jumped into my head.
Yeah. All right, so now that was 3, right?
Right.
All right, so this is my 3. You have to start asking
Okay.
questions.
Is it in a park?
Yes.
Is it in Epcot?
Yes. We have
Is
a lot of Epcot between the two of
Okay.
us.
Is it in a pavilion?
I would rephrase your question.
Is it back in the World Showcase?
Yes.
Is it the train? Little train, miniature train?
No.
Okay, in the World Showcase, but it's not a pavilion back there.
Yeah, I could have said
Is it a restaurant?
No. I could have said it's not a pavilion, but I think that would have thrown you off a lot, which is why I didn't say that.
But you said it's not a pavilion.
No, it's not a pavilion.
Not a pavilion. It's in the World Showcase. Is it the Japanese Gardens?
No.
Is it in the World Showcase? When I think of going into the World Showcase, is it the International Gateway?
You have to be more specific. This is not the gateway itself.
The little shop that's in the
Yes,
International
yeah, it's a
Gateway?
little store,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not in the pavilion.
Right, but it's
itself,
actually
but it's in
considered
the
part. That's why I
area.
said the International
Yeah.
Gateway. Okay. So
So,
that wasn't too bad. I kind of figured that
No, I
out.
like that one. All right, we're on 4 now for you.
Okay.
So you're 4.
Okay.
Okay, is it in a resort?
Nope.
Is it in a park?
Yep.
Is it in Magic Kingdom?
Nope.
Is it in Animal Kingdom?
Nope.
Is it in Hollywood Studios?
Yep.
That's funny. My 4 is also in Hollywood Studios.
wow,
I'll just
okay.
give you a hint to that. So
Okay.
my 4 I think is hard, which is why I'm telling you that.
Okay.
So,
Uh-oh.
is it a ride?
No.
Is it a restaurant?
Nope.
Or I should say, okay, you said not a restaurant. Well, can I rephrase that question? Do they serve food or drink in this location? Okay, so still say no food or drink, not a restaurant.
Nope.
Is it sort of like a location, like an area? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's more of an area.
Sort of something on it in an area.
Wait, what was that?
It's a specific thing in an area.
Okay, I see what you mean. Is it in... Oh my God, Hollywood Studios is hard to break up. Is it sort of in the back of the park behind the Minnie and Bikini's Runaway Railway? Okay, so it's sort of in the front of the park then? Okay. Is it Gertie?
Nope.
I was going to say, do you know who that is?
I know who Gertie is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's too obvious.
Is it on like Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset Boulevard?
Yes, I think that's Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard is the one that goes straight down the
Like in the front of the park, like when you walk through the park?
Yeah.
So it's in...
Sunset goes this way, right? And
Yes,
Hollywood
so
Boulevard
Hollywood
goes that way.
Boulevard.
It's Hollywood
It's on
Boulevard.
Hollywood Boulevard. All right, so something on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm trying to think. There's mainly just stores in Hollywood Boulevard. I don't know the stores' names off the top of my head, but it's like it's a thing in Hollywood Boulevard. Is it?
It's a big thing. I love it when we go down Hollywood Boulevard.
What big thing is on Hollywood Boulevard?
Think Instagram.
Is it? It's not the Chinese Roman Theater. I was gonna say yeah, because that's not on Hollywood Boulevard.
Nope.
So well, it's just a bunch of shops for the most part. So is it in a window of a shop?
That's it. The windows.
Oh, just the windows in
the
general.
windows. The ones with the little
Oh, the little dancing bubbles.
bubbles in the windows. That's my favorite thing when we go down Main Street.
Yeah,
They're like my favorite thing. That was it. I figured that one would be hard.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that was a
Okay.
good one.
Okay.
Because I was trying to think of what was in the windows because I'm like the windows tend to change per season, so that's why I wasn't sure like what you were thinking of specifically.
That's the one whenever we go down that street, that window. That's why I said Instagram is always showing pictures of them, especially when they're dressed up for Christmas and dancing in the windows and
Yeah.
stuff. So that's my favorite thing on that. So it popped into my head.
Yeah. All right, number 4. My number 4.
Right. Okay. Is it? Oh, now we know it's in Hollywood Studios. Okay. Is it a ride?
It's technically not a ride.
Okay. So is it a show?
No.
Okay. It's not a show. It's not a ride.
I would say
It's an experience.
I would say it's part of a ride though.
Part of a ride in Hollywood Studio, which is hard for me because I don't
I feel like
go
I've
on
given
half
you
the-
lots of hints, so I feel like you should get this. But
Okay.
if I hadn't given you hints, I think
part
it would
of
have
a
been hard.
ride
Yeah.
in Hollywood Studios that I don't go on many rides in Hollywood Studios, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage unless it's one of the rides I've.
I would only pick something from a ride you've been on. I would not pick something from like Rise of the Resistance, you know?
So is it? It's not Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Well, what's the question?
Is it Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway?
No, that's not it, but I'm saying it's
Oh, is it Groman's Chinese Theater?
No.
Part of the ride. Part of that ride is.
You
going-
should rephrase that question that you just asked.
Okay, this is going to be like another fountain deal. well. Okay, we're gonna
I'll say it's part of a ride. It's like you see this
Roman's Chinese
no,
Theater.
you see this in the ride. Like you're on the ride and you're going to see it on the ride, but it's not the ride itself.
The moon? Is it the moon?
It's not the moon. There's no moon on.
Is it the star?
It's not. I guess technically it sort of is a star.
Is it a star that talks to you at the end? The sun.
Yes,
it's the sun that talks to us.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a moon.
It's the sun that talks to. I got it mixed up with Wish. Excuse me. It was the sun that talks to us.
That's the thing. I knew you would get it, so that's why I was like, I feel like this is a good one.
I thought there was going to be another.
It.
If anybody listened to the one about the fountain, I went all around it.
But yeah, no. If you watch the vlogs that I do in Disney World, I love the little sun.
I know that's a favorite part of the
Runaway
ride.
Railway. I think the sun is so cute.
That's why I guessed that, but I kept getting the.
He's right in the beginning of the
wrong.
ride. So when you go on the ride, you go into the first room. There's like this little fountain to the right, and up in the the left hand corner, there's this little sun that's singing the backup vocals for the current song. And I love that little sun character so much. So that's why I knew you would get it. And that's why I was giving you hints to be like, because this is the
I
first.
pay attention. She loves that little sun.
Well, this is also the first time we're like, if you say, is it a ride? I'm like, no, it's not a ride. It's a character in a ride, which is a little trickier. And that's why I was like, you need to rephrase the question. But that's the first time I've done something inside of a ride. I will say I have a few other things on my list that are going to be inside of rides. So just keep that in mind.
Right.
So,
yeah,
because that one I feel like you got quickly, but other ones maybe a bit
I got that
harder,
one quickly because I know you love that song.
Yeah, and I was trying to give you hints since we hadn't done something in a ride.
I just had it mixed up with the star from Wish. Okay.
All right, we're on 5 now.
Okay, 5. All right.
Okay, is it in a park?
Yes.
Is it in Magic Kingdom?
Yes.
Is it in the front of the park, like from where the castle is? Is it in like the before the castle?
No.
Okay, so but you have to like pass the castle. Okay. Is it in Fantasyland?
Nope.
Okay, so is it in Liberty Square?
Nope.
The main two things. Is it in Frontierland?
Nope.
It's past the castle still. There's not any of those lands. There's no other land that's past the castle.
Well, what do you mean past the castle? The castle's in the middle. You got to go to one of the lands. I mean, what do you mean past? Oh, you mean if it's in Adventureland and Tomorrowland and not past the castle to you?
Those are in front of the castle to me, yeah.
Oh, not to me.
Oh.
To me, they're still like behind the castle because even though the castle's here, you go into this thing and you're still behind the castle.
You're not. If you look at the
Okay,
map,
well,
those
then
are in front
I
of the
screwed this one up
castle.
again. Okay, I didn't answer that right. No, it is in front of the castle.
Okay, is it in, yeah. If you walk into that area, the bridges to Tomorrowland and Adventureland are before you get to the castle.
The bridges are, but the lands themselves are not.
The lands are. Adventureland is definitely before the castle because if you stayed in Adventureland, you're before the castle.
All
If you're
right,
staying
they're
in
before the
Tomorrowland,
castle.
you could see the castle from Tomorrowland.
Okay,
From
take
the
away
front.
those few little questions
It's fine.
before, because you would only ask me if it was Adventureland or Tomorrowland.
Okay, so is it in Adventureland?
No.
Okay, so it's in Tomorrowland then.
Yes.
That wasn't a question. That was just me clarifying in my head. So, okay, so is it a ride?
Yes.
Is it a bunch of rides? Is it part of a ride or is it going to be the ride itself?
No, the ride itself.
It's the ride itself. Is it the People Mover?
Nope.
Is it so it's a ride, so it's not a show. Is it Space Mountain?
Nope.
It's like now we just list the rides.
Well, now you got to ask questions because, you could just name
Yeah, I
every
know.
ride, but that's only if you have enough questions left.
But it's a ride, not a show.
It's a ride.
Yeah.
Consider it a ride.
Is it the Buzz Lightyear ride?
Nope.
Is it Tron?
Nope. You're going to list them
Is
all.
it, yeah, I'm gonna say. Is it Astro Orbiter?
Nope.
The only one left is the Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yep.
It's a Tomorrowland Speedway. I was gonna say the ride we never go on.
Right. That's
Even
what I
with
figured.
the questions about the back of the park is still was at 16.
I thought you would ask, like, what kind of, like, does it spin? Does it go upside down? I thought you were going to ask those kind of questions. But
Because
yes.
none of those I was trying to think of a question because all those rides in Tomorrowland are all different. Other than if it says a roller coaster or not, that would only roll out the two roller
That's
coasters.
why I thought this one would be hard, especially that we don't usually go on it.
No, but it was more of that. It's just like, there's no other way to like limit the rides in that area if you think about it. Because like, they're all kind of,
They're all different.
Yeah, they're all, it's either, is it thrilling or is it not thrilling? So that's like the main question to ask. And even then, all the non-thrilling rides are all still kind of similar.
Right.
Because like if I said, does it spin or not? It's like, well, there's only one ride that spins.
Spins, right.
It still is.
That's
like,
the other ride I would never
That's what I'm
go
saying.
on.
You might as well still just
Right.
ask, like, well, is it this ride? Because there's no other way to like limit
The only way
down
you
the
can't
rides
do
in
that is if
area.
you get to the point where you don't have that many questions left.
Yeah. No, I still had a lot left then on that
Yeah.
one. So, but,
Okay.
all right. So then we're on number 5 for me. Okay.
All right. Is it a restaurant?
No.
Is it in a park?
Yes.
Oh, okay. A lot of yours are in the park. Okay. Is it in Animal Kingdom?
No.
Cat?
Yes.
Okay. Is it in the front of the park or the back of the park?
The back of the park.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be
That's
yes
okay,
or no.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is it in a pavilion?
Yes.
Is it to the left of American Pavilion or right? No. Is it to the left of American Pavilion?
It's to the left. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I got that one right. Okay. That saves me a question. Okay.
Well, if it wasn't, that you would have known it's
Yes.
just on the
Well,
other side.
Yep. Is it a European country?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to think like you now. Germany, Italy. Okay. Norway. Is it a water ride?
No.
Did I ask if it was a ride?
I don't think you did. So.
I was gonna say. Okay. So is it a place?
It's more of, sort of.
Okay. So it's sort of a place. Yes or no? Okay.
Yeah, sort of a place, yeah.
Okay. So it's a place.
If you get the general thing, then
in
I'll
a European
say yes.
country, in a pavilion. Is it in France?
I guess if you're playing like charades, like more like.
Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Wait, is it in Italy?
Okay, that doesn't have to count. I was saying if you're playing charades, it's more of like an object than a place, I would say, but it's okay. It's still a place.
A place. Okay.
But
So
no,
it's in
not,
a place.
It's not in Italy, though.
Okay. It's not in Italy. Is it in Germany?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the statue in the German pavilion?
What's the statue?
I forget the name of the statue. The one that's in the middle there. What's his name? We just went to see him this last time we were there because when you did
the specific thing in the statue.
Oh, it's a specific thing in the statue.
Yes.
Okay.
There's two components to the statue.
Okay. I don't remember.
You don't even know what the statue is.
I remember seeing it. I remember hearing about it.
You're close enough. It's fine.
Okay.
It's the dragon.
The dragon in the statue.
The statue is Saint George and the dragon. So
That's
the
it.
two components
yes, he's
of Saint
riding,
George.
Yes, he's fighting the dragon.
Yes,
I remember the
dragon,
statue.
But I specifically was doing the dragon.
Yes, we purposely went to see it because
Yes.
when you did your deep dive into Germany,
Yeah.
we talked about it and we went to see the statue. I just
Yeah.
couldn't remember what the two components of the statue
Okay, that's
were.
why I knew you would get it because we talked
Yeah, I
about
knew
it
he
in
had
the German
a
Pavilion.
spear, but I couldn't remember what he was
Yeah,
doing.
no, that's okay. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was more of an object rather than like the because you
Okay.
could have done the place like the fountain, that area,
Right, that whole
but that wasn't really the
If
area.
I was
more
doing
of
it, it would have been the
object.
fountain.
Which again, she didn't even know there was a fountain in the German Pavilion
Until
which is
she
so
did the
funny.
deep dive.
All right, so
Okay.
we're on your number 6 now.
Okay.
All right, is it in a park?
Nope.
Is it in a resort?
Yes.
Is it on a monorail resort?
Yes.
Monorail, okay. Is it in the Contemporary?
Nope.
Is it in the Grand Floridian?
Nope.
Is it a restaurant?
Nope.
Is it like is it like a location, a place?
Yes, location.
More of a location?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the general lobby? It's just the lobby. Just the lobby of the Polynesian?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
The lobby of the Polynesian, one of my favorite places. Okay. That
All right,
was
no, that sounds good.
okay.
All right, this is my number 6 now.
Okay. Is it in a park?
Yes.
Is it in Hollywood Studios?
No.
Is it in Epcot?
No.
Okay. Magic Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay. Is it in one of the okay. Is it a ride?
No.
Is it a restaurant?
No.
Is it in the front of the park?
Yes.
Is it the candy store?
No.
Okay.
That would have been a good idea, but
That's
no.
one of our favorite places. Okay. So it's in the front of the park. It's in Magic Kingdom. Not a ride, obviously. Is it the general store? The big shopping store? Is it the ice cream place?
No.
No. Okay. Front of the park. Is it the popcorn stand where you love to get your popcorn?
No. That would have been a good idea too, but no.
Okay. The firehouse.
No.
Wow. Okay. I've gone through a lot of different places in the front of the park. Is it shopping?
No.
Okay. So it's not. Is it eating?
No.
No shopping. No eating. No shopping. No eating. Is it one of the statues?
What do you mean?
Like they have like the 50th statues or the Walt with the Mickey statue. Is it one of the statues?
Yes, it's a statue.
Oh, it is. Okay. So at least I figured that out. Okay. Is it the Walt holding Disney's hand?
No.
Mickey's hand? No. Is it the 50th anniversary like Winnie the Pooh statue?
No. You have 3 more questions left.
Oh my God. It's going to be one of those all the way around and nothing.
No. You're very close though, because it is a statue. Think about it. There's only what's the last statue that's left?
I can't
If it's
remember.
not Walt and Mickey, if it's not a 50th anniversary
The
statue.
50th anniversary.
I feel like there's only one other statue that's left.
I'm sure I'm trying to think what other
Yeah.
statue is there. Is it the Stitch coming out of the wall?
I won't count that, but no, because that's a 50th anniversary statue.
Oh, that's a
So
50th
it's not a
anniversary. I thought they left that one. Okay.
No, that's a 50th. They left it, but it is
Okay,
considered
so
still a 50th anniversary
besides
statue.
Walt with Mickey, I'm trying to think what other statue is there. Walt with Mickey, that's the big one.
It's closer to the train station.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess. Cinderella.
No, that's a good one though. Actually, that statue that's by Cinderella's castle, but
Okay.
yeah, it's not that one.
So it's not Cinderella. It's not Walt with Mickey. It's
I'm worried you may not remember this statue exists. So,
No.
now that we have 2 questions left, I'm worried you
Okay,
may
well,
not know it's there. Yeah.
I probably don't know it's there.
or
but
you
I'll
may
take a
forget
guess.
that it's in. You maybe forget that it's in Magic Kingdom. Because I'll say it's not the most obvious statue. Because I feel like everyone always thinks of Walt and Mickey.
Yeah,
but
that's the
it's-
first statue that comes to mind.
Yeah,
Is
but it's in the front of when you first walk into the park
when you first
by like the flagpole.
It's not Chip and Dale are always standing there by the
guess so.
flagpole. It's not Tigger or
No.
Okay, so I got one question left.
If
Who
you
would
want,
be
yeah.
left? Goofy?
No, there's no statues of them in the front like that.
Okay, so who is it?
it's Roy Disney and Minnie Mouse on the bench.
They have Roy Disney and Minnie Mouse on a bench.
That's what I was saying. I'm worried that you forgot that statue existed. So,
Okay, didn't even think about
we
that.
never really walk past her, take photos with it,
No.
but it is there. I have photos of it that I've
Okay.
taken, but yeah,
yes, but you take photos of everything. Okay,
Yeah.
I
No,
probably
it's
was
okay.
not paying attention.
So,
okay.
but yeah, the Roy Disney and Minnie
Okay,
statue.
so now we know what I'm looking at the next time we go into Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
the statue people forget because that's when they did the new Walt Disney statue in Epcot, people
Yeah.
were saying that it's like, oh, it's another statue you can sit next to, like the Roy Disney statue in Magic Kingdom.
Okay, well, there was the 120 question
some
one.
some history there, but Walt Disney unfortunately did die before Magic Magic Kingdom
Right.
opened. So Roy Disney opened up Magic Kingdom. So that's what the statue is there for, since he was the one who actually opened it up, you know, and everything.
Yeah, I thought about saying Minnie Mouse, but I didn't think, okay. But I don't remember a statue of Minnie Mouse, so, okay. So obviously I didn't see that one.
I will say, I feel like whenever we go over there, we never go over there because there usually are characters over there doing meet and greets.
Right, that's
so
what I
there's
said.
lines.
Chip and Dale is usually
And
standing
there's also
right
people there
there
that take photos with it that are sitting on the benches near it. So I feel like we
okay.
may just walk past it
Past it,
and probably just...
okay.
There's a lot of times when I take my photos around the area, my parents will walk past me and I run around taking photos. So they probably don't even realize what I'm running around taking
Well, I know what
photos
I'm looking
of,
at the next time I go into Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, number 7.
Okay.
All right, so is it in a park?
Nope.
All right, is it in a resort?
Nope.
So it has to be in Disney Springs then. Is it a restaurant?
Yep.
A restaurant. in
Okay,
Disney
now I got to
Springs.
get this right.
I know, now I'm not sure
either
either because Disney Springs gets
Okay.
confusing. So.
Yes.
All right, I don't even know how to split up Disney Springs.
Well, we're going to do left,
such a
right,
big-
and middle.
All right, is it in the middle?
Yes. That was
It's
a
in the
lucky
middle.
guess, the first one. That was lucky. Okay.
All right, have we eaten there before?
Yes.
And by we, I mean myself as well. I've eaten there before. Okay.
When I say we, that's us.
No, yeah. Well, because I guess you've only eaten at the Boathouse without me. So
Yes, that's
But,
probably the only restaurant I've eaten at without you so
yeah,
far.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anywhere else. So, all right, but I've eaten there before, and it's in the middle. Did we eat there on our last trip to Disney?
No.
All right, we didn't eat there. Is it the Edison?
Yes.
It is the Edison. All right. I was gonna say that's the only one in the middle we haven't eaten in
How
a
many
while.
questions was that?
7.
Okay.
I guess we haven't eaten in Paradiso or 37 either in quite some time.
Quite some time, but we've both eaten there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we haven't eaten in not the Boathouse, but the other one, the other boat.
Jack Hangers?
No, not that. The
Jack
other,
Lindsay?
No, the other boat restaurant that they have.
Oh, Paddlefish. Yes,
Yeah.
we have.
No,
oh,
not
not in a
recently.
long
Yeah,
time.
not recently. That's what I
Yes.
meant. Yeah, we've eaten there, but not recently. So
Yeah.
it could have been that one as well. But all right, no, that's good. All right, now this is my number 7.
Okay, is it in a park?
No.
In a resort?
Yes.
Is it at the Contemporary?
No.
Is it on the monorail?
Yes.
Is it at the Polynesian?
No.
Grand Floridian?
Yes.
That's the only one left. Okay. Is it a place, or well, should I ask? Is it a restaurant?
No.
Okay, so it's something else on the Grand Floridian. Is it?
I will say none of mine are places. They're all like objects in places, so to speak. So I didn't do
Is
any
it the
general
piano in
areas.
the lobby?
Yeah, it is the piano. Yeah.
That was a lucky guess.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
great. Yeah, it was. I looked wrote the piano in the Grand Floridian lobby.
I just had to say what popped into my head, and when I think of the Grand Floridian,
That's what
I
I'm
think of the
saying, yeah,
piano.
that's why I
Okay.
thought the piano would be good. I almost did.
Of course, if I was doing that one, it would be the bar on the second floor.
I almost did the shoe, Cinderella's shoe, but we don't always see Cinderella's
She's
shoe.
not always
so
there.
That's why I didn't
It was
do
there the
Cinderella's
last
shoe.
time.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's why I didn't do that one. But that was what I first thought
That
of.
I
and
would have
then
taken me
decided-
20 questions for
That's
that
why
one.
I switched it because I was like, oh, you'll definitely get the piano eventually. So,
Okay.
all right, so now we're number 8. All right,
Okay.
is it in a park?
Yep.
All right, it's in a park. Is it in Animal Kingdom?
Nope.
Is it in Magic Kingdom?
Nope.
Is it in Epcot?
Yep.
Is it in the World Showcase?
No.
Is it in? All right, no, I don't remember the areas of Epcot either because they call it the World. I forget what all the lands are called because like each land all has names now, and I can't remember the lands. So I feel like we wouldn't know that anyway. But anyway, I know it's in the front of the park at least. So all right, is it a ride?
Yes.
So it's like the ride itself. It's not something in a ride. So it's the ride itself.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
should be easy. It's the ride itself.
Do you go on the ride?
Yes.
You do go on it? I guess you go on most rides in Epcot, but
Yeah, all of it, except for the new one.
yeah, you don't go on Guardians of the Galaxy or Mission Space. Are the only two you don't really go on. I say that we don't really go on. None of us go on Mission Space. I've been on Mission Space once, so nothing against Mission Space. It's just not super thrilling to me. Is it? I guess what's that area called? Like the future area?
No.
Or it's not in the future area. Is it in sort of in that? I don't know what they would call it. Is it like sort of? I guess if you're staying in the front of the park, is it to like the right of Spaceship
Yes.
Earth? Or it's to the right. Is there water associated with the ride? So water's associated with the ride.
You should have gotten this one already.
Is it living with the land?
Yes. I was gonna
Well, it
say,
could have been the Nemo ride. So
Yeah.
that's why I was just like, is it water associated? Those are the two ones with water. So, okay. What are we on? Was that 8? All right. Now we're on my 8.
Oh, I have to ask questions. I'm waiting for her to tell me.
She always forgets what.
I'm sitting here looking at her like, okay, I'm ready.
It's okay. I'm going to be editing out all of the pauses. So again, if you're listening, being like, wow, they're going so quickly,
Yes.
all the pauses are being edited
Yes, because you
out,
won't
so
be seeing
don't-
me sitting here just looking at him.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay. All right. Is it in a resort?
No.
Is it in a park?
Yes.
Is it in Animal Kingdom?
No.
Epcot?
No.
Magic Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm realizing a lot of mine were in Magic
Yes.
Kingdom. Now I'm looking
Is
at
it a
my
ride?
list.
I was trying to pick the other ones because I figured you would have gotten to something else already. Okay. Is it a ride?
Technically, no.
Technically, no. Magic Kingdom. Is it in the front of the park?
No.
Is it to the right of the castle?
I'll say it's part of a ride, though, but it's not the ride itself.
Is it to the right of the castle?
Technically, no. So, no.
To the back of the castle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say more behind than to the right.
Okay, so it's
but
behind the castle, part of a ride. The clock in It's a Small World?
No, that's a good one, though.
Part of a ride behind the castle. So is it the Little Mermaid tunnel?
No, that's a good one. I almost did that actually.
Oh,
So
it's not the Little
I
Mermaid.
almost did that though. That's so funny.
Okay.
I did think of that.
All right, so we've got the rides back there. What do we go on back there? We go on the Small World. We go on. Is it in Fantasyland?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still in the right area. It's not Little Mermaid. It's not. Oh, is it the castle for Beauty and the Beast?
No, that's a good one too. I did think about that one too.
Okay, so I got a whole bunch of good ones, but we're not getting anywhere.
Well, I guess I would say try to guess more to limit it down to an area, even more specific in Fantasyland.
In Fantasyland, is it the carousel?
No, remember, it's part of
Part
a
of a
ride,
ride.
but it's not the ride itself. You haven't even mentioned the ride itself yet, so
Is it right behind the castle?
not necessarily.
Or is
no.
it to the right?
No, it's more like to the left, I would say.
To the left. Okay, behind the castle to the left in Fantasyland is It's a Small World and Peter Pan's Flight.
Is that a question?
Is it the line for queue for Peter Pan?
It's not the queue, no.
Part of a ride.
This is kind of hard because we haven't been on Peter Pan's Flight in a while now.
Is there a ship out there somewhere that you can see?
It's you have to be on the ride to see this. So
Oh.
that's what I'm saying. It's part of the ride.
So, okay, so you have to be on the ride.
Yeah, I won't count that as a question because
Okay.
it's tricky
Is
when
it
it's part
the
of the ride.
the kid's bedroom?
No, you have 3 questions
Is it the
left.
Tower of London?
No, 2 questions.
Okay.
I feel like this is a really popular scene, which is why I picked this. If you get this scene, I'll give you it. But I picked.
It's not the Tower of London with him.
I'll
on
give
the-
another hint. It's a character in one of the big scenes when you're on the ride.
Is it them fighting the alligator? Captain Hook fighting the
No.
alligator?
That's a good one though.
It's not the bedroom. It's not the tower. The clock tower.
No,
it's
Big-
not
Big
the captain. Not Big Ben.
No.
It's not. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, no. It's. I would say. I feel like it's the other big scene. I feel like there's a few big scenes, and this is like you go around. I feel like you go around the whole scene when you're there too. It's hard because we haven't been on this ride in a while.
I know we haven't
but-
been on this in a while, so I'm thinking of the scenes. Is it when they're flying? When he has them flying?
No, that is 20 questions. now,
Okay.
but that's okay. It's the. I specifically had Wendy standing on the plank, but I would have taken like that plank scene.
Oh my God. Okay.
Specifically, I was
If I
thinking
hadn't
of
wasted
Wendy
all those
standing on the
questions
plank.
getting to Peter Pan, I
That's
probably
okay.
would have got to that.
So-
Okay.
Well, you definitely would have gotten there eventually if you just thought of the full
Yes.
ride.
If I thought of the whole
But I will
ride.
say we haven't been on that ride in a while, so I didn't know
God,
that one
no.
was going to be a bit
because
harder.
every time we go there, the ride is like 3 hours long, and
Yeah,
to
so
stand on that for
it's been a
3
while,
hours is just
but-
not worth it.
But
Okay.
I guess I've been on a more recent because I was on it when I went to Disneyland Paris. And
Oh, okay.
Disneyland, everyone says the Disneyland Paris version is supposed to be, I say in quotes, better than the Magic Kingdom and the Disneyland version. I think it's just because the animatronics are newer is the only
okay.
thing. But when I was on it, I didn't notice anything that drastically better in my opinion when I was in
Okay.
Disneyland Paris. But I thought that was interesting. But that scene is also in Disneyland Paris as
Paris.
well, like when
Okay.
Wendy is standing on the plank. So.
Okay, so I've had 2 20-question ones.
That's
Okay.
okay. No, that's fine.
Told you I was losing both sides of this.
All right, we're
Okay.
on 9 now. All
Okay.
right, is it in a park?
No.
All right, is it in a resort?
Yep.
All right, back to. Is it a monorail resort?
Yes.
Monorail. Is it in the Grand Floridian?
Nope.
Is it in the Contemporary?
Yep.
Is it? Can you buy food or drink there?
Yes.
You can. All right, so it's in probably the main area then. Is it the? Is it? Are you thinking of a location or like the specific restaurant?
Location, not a
Location?
restaurant.
Okay, so is a location then?
So it's not a restaurant.
Okay. Is it that little lounge area? That's I don't know how to describe it. It's like this little lounge area, but that's by this bar.
That's the outer rim.
The outer
No.
rim. Okay, it's not the outer rim. Is it the lounge area that's sort of in the back of the main?
Nope.
Is it the bar in Steakhouse 71?
Nope.
You can buy food or drink there. Is it? You're thinking it's like a location though. Oh, is it the? Well, no, that's in Bay Lake. Well, is it part of? Is it in Bay Lake?
Ooh.
No, that's okay.
Yes.
It's in Bay Lake. Is it the top of the? I don't know what that place is called. The top of the thing.
Yeah, the top of the,
the top of the world.
the
thing?
lounge. The
Yeah, I
lounge
can't remember
in
what it's
Bay
called.
Lake.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So is it just that? in
Yes.
general?
It's the
Okay.
lounge area upstairs in the
Yeah.
Bay Lake.
So, all right. No, that's good.
I
All right.
consider that part of the contemporary.
Yeah, no,
so,
I would
okay.
too. Yeah, no, it's okay. Because I was thinking of all the places to eat in
Yeah,
Contemporary.
because you
and
can
then
get food and drink there.
Yeah, I was going through
Sometimes they
it.
charge you to get a package now up there, but some of the time we used to always go up there and just have food or drinks. You could still get drinks and something and have them out there to watch the fireworks.
Yeah. All right. So we're at my 9, right? All right, my 9.
Okay, is it in a park?
Yes.
Okay, are we still in Magic Kingdom?
Yes, I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
I might as well just start at
I
Magic
did not
Kingdom.
realize I did so much in
Okay,
Magic Kingdom.
we'll just start at
so-
Magic Kingdom. Okay.
Yeah, I did not realize this.
Is it a ride?
No.
Is it in a land?
Yes, it's in a land.
Is it to the left? Is it in the front, the 2 front lands, or the back? Is it in any one of the 2 front lands?
No.
Okay, so it's in a back land. Okay. Is it in Fantasyland?
Yes.
Okay, so another one in Fantasyland. Is it in a specific ride?
No.
Is it a ride? Did I ask if it was a ride?
No,
I
it's
didn't
not a
ask.
ride.
Okay, it's not a ride. It's not there. It's Fantasyland. Is it in Gaston's Tavern area?
It is in the general area. Yes.
Okay. Is it the popcorn?
Yes, it's the popcorn
Popcorn
machine.
stand there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's called popping machine.
Okay, whatever it's called, that's the favorite popping machine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we go there all the time because that's
Okay,
the one I tend to
yes,
go to
okay.
before we get online for the Little Mermaid
Okay,
ride.
so I
get
did
my
okay with that
popcorn
one.
and then I
Okay.
get online. That's what I knew you were going to get that one. So I tried to intersperse my
Oh,
hard
gee,
and
thank
easy
you.
ones
So
in
I
between.
don't lose completely.
Yeah, I know the ones in the rides are definitely the hardest ones, but you got the sun really quickly. Though.
Yes, if I had gotten the right character, I got
you
confused
got
with
that
Wish.
still counts. I realized that you were a sun is a star. That's what I was like. Technically, it is a star. So
Right. So you take a question away from there. Okay.
I can't remember how many you have.
Okay.
Because I'm deleting the numbers as we go along. So, all right, we're on our final ones now. So,
Okay.
All right, final one.
Okay.
All right, is it in a park?
Yes.
It is in a park. Oh, hold on. Is it in Epcot?
Yes.
It is in Epcot. Oh, we had a lot in Epcot in this part one too. All right, is it in the front of the park?
No.
So it's in the World Showcase. Is it to the left of the pavilions for? Okay,
Nope.
so it's to the right then. Is it in a European country?
Yep.
European. Is it in the United Kingdom?
Yep.
United Kingdom. Is it? Can you buy food or drink?
No.
Okay, no food or drink. All right. Is it that little back garden area?
Nope.
Okay, it's not back garden. Is it a store?
Nope.
Not a store. In the UK. Running out of things in the UK. So there's not much. Is it like a place, like a location, sort of?
No.
No. Is it an object?
Technically.
Like something you would take a photo with?
Yeah.
Okay. You say it's like a photo opportunity. Is it the phone booth?
Yes.
It's the phone booth.
How many questions was that?
13.
Oh, okay. See, it was pretty good.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so there are certain descriptors that eventually you get there. You're like, all right, well, it has to be certain things. All right. So obviously, I'm going to make up my 10 on the fly right now because I'm going to think of through where we have not been.
Okay.
Think of
Pick
some
someplace we've
places
not
I
been.
didn't-
Like, poor Animal Kingdom got bounced. Okay.
Oh, I had Rainforest Cafe in Animal Kingdom. What did
That's
you
right,
have?
you had one.
What
I
did
had
you
none.
had? Yeah, you had nothing.
I
in
had none in
Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
I know I had a lot, and I did not realize how much I had in Magic Kingdom. And I had none in Disney Springs.
It's funny because all the Animal Kingdom ones I came up with were too easy.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I thought everything was too easy in Animal Kingdom, and everything else was almost like too hard in Animal Kingdom. I was just like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like that's like almost too.
That's why I had a
difficult to
hard
get to
time with Animal Kingdom too.
Yeah, because there are certain things I thought of in Pandora that I was like, I feel like you wouldn't get that though in
Oh
Pandora.
God, no!
I thought of doing the robot statue sort of that's in Pandora.
I would never have
and I
gotten
was like,
that.
oh,
I don't
no,
even know
she
what that
never-
is.
She never guessed that.
I sit and she walks around Pandora and takes pictures.
The last time we went there, you actually sat right in front of it, so
Oh,
you would have
that doesn't
seen
matter.
it. So-
Is that big thing?
yeah, that
Oh,
big that big statue thing.
That big thing.
You haven't seen the movie, so I have no other way to describe it to you.
Okay.
So I thought of that at first, and then I took it off my list. I'm like, oh, there's no way she got that. And then I thought of something. I thought of doing one of the aviaries and one of the treks, but then I thought maybe that would be too easy, so I wasn't sure. So, but all right. So, all right, I have something in my mind. Let me just write it down. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a park?
Yes.
Are we in Animal Kingdom?
No.
No. Okay.
Sorry to Animal Kingdom. I couldn't think of
Are we
anything
in
off the
Hollywood
fly.
Studios?
No.
Epcot?
Yes.
Okay. Are we in the front of the park?
Yes.
Okay, so we're in the front of the park. Is it a location?
Technically, no.
Is it an item?
I would say it's more of like a photo op type of thing. Something you'd see.
Okay. Is it the Spaceship Earth?
No.
Too obvious. But
Can you imagine just to the
sometimes,
Epcot ball?
well, sometimes obvious.
That's
is,
true.
You know,
It's not like I
coulda went
wouldn't-
around all the way around it
Yeah,
like I did with
know.
the fountain. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna have to do just like Cinderella's castle. It's just
Yes,
like-
all the things in one place. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's a location an item in the front of the. Is it the monolith statue in the fountain?
No, I did think of doing that originally, but then
Yeah,
I
that
thought that'd
glass,
be too easy.
the new glass one they
Yeah,
put
no,
in.
it's not that. I do love that fountain.
So it's an item in the front of the park. It's not doesn't have to do with Moana's water thing, is it? Because I consider that sort of to the side, to the front.
Oh, I meant front, like not the World Showcase. Like that's kind
Okay,
of what I thought.
way
in front.
before we get to even the gateway and stuff where everything goes off.
Wait, what?
When you say the front,
it's not in the World Showcase. Basically,
not
that's
the
all
World
I
Showcase.
meant. Yeah.
Well, Moana's not in the World Showcase either.
Yeah.
So if it's in the front of the park, is it? Oh, okay. I'm completely confused now.
Yeah,
because
you almost
when I
meant, like,
asked the front of the
before-
park, I meant up to.
Yeah, you meant just like before Spaceship Earth.
Yes, that's
No,
what I
I
meant.
meant front, like not in the World
Oh
Showcase.
no! I meant
Yeah.
like right up front in the park.
Because that's what we've been doing this whole time is in the front or
Yes.
the back of the
well,
park.
that's why when I
so,
asked front of the park, I didn't realize. Okay, so we're not. Are we on the left?
like if you're entering into the park.
Yes.
No.
No. Are we to the right?
Yes.
Okay. Are we anywhere near Moana's water thing?
Yes.
Okay. So I had that right, that we were near Moana. Okay. Is it the water, the answering water, whatever it is, what you do with your hands? No.
She's talking about the thing when you put your hand up and the water comes to meet your
No.
hand, but no, it's not that.
It can't be the statue with Walt because we just talked about that. The statue with Walt? No. Okay, so it's not Is it shopping?
No.
So it's an item?
It's more of like a photo opportunity. It's not really an item.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Photo opportunity.
I wouldn't really call this an item. So
The right of the park,
you were very close, and then you like strayed far away again.
Moana. I'm thinking of all the things that are over there in the front of the park.
You need to
Okay.
ask a question. You're just like kind of
I
saying
know. I'm
things.
kind of thinking to myself, what question could I ask? You kind of answered the questions, and now I'm trying to think of what I can ask a question of what's there.
feel like
Is it
you-
part of Moana?
Yes, it's part of Moana.
Okay, so it's part of. Oh, is it Tafiti?
Yes, it's Tafiti.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be easier.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I got there.
You went into the things in the attraction, and then you start to stray away. I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah, the only thing I thought of was the water, but I forgot there's Tafiti.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not an item. It's like you take a photo though with Tafiti. But I thought that would be fun though. So, but all right, yeah, that was both of our 10 each. I realized we've been recording now for like 50 minutes.
And of course, I lost both sides.
We both got all of our things in the end, so we still guess. And actually, this is just for fun, just to like. I hope everyone at home had fun playing as well. I'm sure you're sitting there being like, it has to be this.
Yes, right.
This is the only thing that's left. All right, I just have a little bit of Disney news. So the first up is that there's these new succulent pins for sale that are super cute. So they actually kind of have like little fake plants that are sort of like part of the actual like succulent, I would say, like part of the pin. But they're very cute though. So I've been seeing all of those in the parks, and they also have new Starbucks park mugs as well. So specifically, that means like whenever you go into Starbucks, they have like the location mug. There's like new themed like mugs.
I saw them. Yes, they're cute.
Yep. All right. So there's lots of. When is this podcast coming out? Yeah, this podcast comes out on February 12th. So I just want to say that there's lots of Valentine's Day items and treats that are all in the park. And the one that I wanted to give a little shout out to was the pink popcorn bucket and the Sweetheart popcorn treat at Main Street Confectionery. This combines strawberry popcorn with M&Ms, Oreos, marshmallows, and a dark chocolate for $13.99. It looks super cute. I will say I prefer savory popcorn over sweet popcorn, so I probably wouldn't get this if I'm being honest. But it does look really pretty though. A lot of people
sometimes chocolate popcorn tastes good. You're in the mood for that.
And the last little news we have here is that the opening date for the refurbished Fort Wilderness Caverns are on July 1st. These will now be a part of DVC. So if you're a DVC member and you're looking to trade your points into Fort Wilderness, you can now trade your points into the Fort Wilderness Cabins. So definitely look into doing that if you would like to. Now we can transition into our Disney birthdays. There are no Disney birthdays this week, and we also have no birthdays in our personal lives either. So all we have on the 14th, of course, is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone who celebrates Valentine's Day. And yeah, no birthdays. It's like the first time we have like no birthdays in either Disney or in our lives. Okay. And that can transition into our final segment of the podcast, our Disney memory. So do you have a Disney memory for today's podcast?
Disney memory. Boy, we touched so many different areas. I would say my Disney memory is the confectionery area, because that's why I was surprised that Amanda didn't put that there, because when you say the popcorn and the different things, I just remember that, every time we go to Disney, you have to go into the confectionaries. Yeah. We have to go to the popcorn stand. So my memories are Amanda saying, gotta get my popcorn. Gotta get my Rice Krispie treat.
It's one of those things where I know where all the popcorn stands are for the most part in the parks. And it's like, and they've added more popcorn stands as time has gone on, or they've moved the popcorn stand. So it's always kind of funny when you think about that things have changed over time.
That's my memory, is Amanda always saying, we have to go into the confectionery.
Yeah, like I know exactly where certain things are because I get it almost every time I'm there. And I know too, is like a lot of the popcorn stands, now it's a little bit different. Sometimes the popcorn stands will only have popcorn and other treats. Sometimes they will have the pretzels, but often the pretzels are a different stand than the popcorn stands.
Right.
So if you see pretzels, it likely means they don't have popcorn, but there are a couple stands that do have both. So it depends. I actually off the top of my head know where all of those are, but they're very difficult to just describe where these locations are. So I wasn't going to do one of those.
Yes.
But
that's my memory, is always chasing Amanda down as we're going to popcorn stands.
Yeah, or like planning our meals around like I'm going to go get a popcorn or something like that. Like for instance, in Animal Kingdom, the only place you can get fresh popcorn is by Harambe Square. There's a popcorn stand that's on the corner of Harambe Square when you first get there, and that is the only location in all of Animal Kingdom you can get freshly popped popcorn. They do have stands throughout Animal Kingdom, but they're all boxed popcorn, and you do taste the difference that popcorn is not freshly popped. It probably was popped the morning of or maybe the night before.
Put in the boxes and then
but it's not like the fresh popped where you're seeing it popped and they're scooping it into a little container for you. So I do prefer the freshly popped popcorn over like the little box ones.
Memories. Follow Amanda
so you have to go. You have to go to Harambe Square. I guess that's my memory too. Just like when I realized that it's like you have to go to Harambe Square in Animal Kingdom, because I've done that a few times where it's like they'll get snacks at Yak and Yeti, like the quick service in Yak and Yeti, and they don't have many vegetarian options in the quick service in Yak and Yeti. So I'll be like, I'm going to go pop over to the Harambe Square.
Like I said, we also know where all the little Rice Krispie treats are, where there are bakeries that have the Rice Krispie treats.
Well, Rice Krispie treats are newer because I didn't start eating Rice Krispie treats until just like a year or 2 years ago.
No, but still.
I kid you not. I had like never had a Rice Krispie treat in my entire life.
I know, and then all of a sudden they became
I bought
favorite.
one for a souvenir for someone else, and then that person ended up not eating it, and I didn't want to go stale, so I ate it. And when I ate it, I was like, "This is incredible!" I was like, "This is one of the best things I've ever eaten."
I should have been eating these up to now.
I know. It's like I had no idea how good these Rice Krispie treats are. But I realized too, growing up, I never liked Rice Krispie treats. Like I had them as a kid, of course, and I just didn't like them.
So they're a lot to make, so I never bothered to make them.
The Disney Rice Krispie treats do taste better than other Rice Krispie treats. Like the Rice Krispie treats you just buy in the grocery store. I don't eat those.
Well, it's not the same.
I only only eat
just
the ones
made
in
differently, right.
Disney World. That is it. And I will say, I did have the one in Disneyland Paris, and it was not good.
Not good.
The French do not put sugar in any of their food. Like, there is nothing sweet in that park.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it's like their version of like sweet and America's version of sweet are completely two different
things.
versions of like sugar and sweet. And I am very used to the American sweetness of like being way too sugary and way too full of fat. So, you know, I prefer that over the French version, which is probably much healthier and much more wholesome. So, but yeah, but I have had the Disneyland Paris version. I did not like it. I don't even know if I finished it, honestly. Although I did like Disneyland Paris because they put dark chocolate on like everything.
Oh.
Whereas in America and even like in England and stuff like that, they tend to use milk chocolate before dark chocolate. And I do personally prefer dark chocolate. So I was surprised to see so much dark chocolate in Disneyland Paris. Like everything was dipped in dark chocolate
Because
over
it
milk
has
chocolate.
less sugar.
Yeah, less sugar and fat in it, I guess. But yeah, but the
Milk chocolate is not as good for you as dark chocolate.
yeah, but yeah, the Rice Krispie treats in Walt Disney World are superior. If you've never had one, I would definitely suggest trying it at least once just to see what you think of it, because it could change your life. You never know. So,
I could be craving them like Amanda.
yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast, and I hope you were able to guess along some of the things. I will say, I did quickly just look up to make sure the Roy Disney and Minnie statue is still there. So I was sitting here thinking maybe it's not. And
Somebody's going to walk in there and say, oh, that woman should have won that contest.
No, it is though. It is still there. Because for a second I was like, maybe it's in Disneyland and I'm just like blanking on it. No, it is in Disney.
I'm checking as soon as we walk in May. I'm checking.
It is in Disney World though. It is in Magic Kingdom. I saw a photo with Cinderella's castle in the back. Unless they somehow moved it or took it out. I don't think so.
I'm looking for it. The podcast after we come back.
I know, because now I'm sitting here second guessing maybe it's not there. But no, I know it's there. I just looked at a photo of it. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, but I hope you guys are all able to guess along and have fun. I realized there was technically 20 locations between the two of us. I know this is a long podcast.
Yeah.
So I hope you strapped in. I hope you had fun. I hope you were able to guess along. Make sure to give us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Or if you're listening on YouTube, to leave a comment down below. How many did you get right out of all 20? Or any that were also stumping you, or you sitting there being like, it has to be the Roy Disney and the Minnie statue, the only other statue
What's the matter
left
with you?
in the park.
All the times you've been to that park.
I know, right? And again, I will have a dedicated Instagram post on our Instagram, Spaceship Earth Design. It will also be linked in our description. So you can also let us know on Instagram, like how many did you get right? How many did you get wrong? Are you upset we had nothing in Animal Kingdom? We had one location in Animal Kingdom. Sorry, I don't know why my brain just went to Magic Kingdom for so many of these locations. And I was actually trying to do more in like the resorts. I couldn't think of anything in the resorts, honestly.
Yeah, I had a couple of resorts.
And I couldn't think of anything in Disney Springs. So it's like, sorry about that we didn't really go all over the place. But we'll definitely play this again in the future because this was super fun. So yeah, so let us know what you think. And yeah, thanks for listening. Okay, bye-bye.